and the Great Gold and Silver Rush. This one is purely about trying to achieve maximum prosperity for all of humanity. That is my new mission, to achieve maximum prosperity for all of mankind.
I love it. I love it. Can't wait. I do have a picture of us that I want to share. So we've been working together almost 7 years, but we've only met in person 2 times. The first was on your farm in Puerto Rico, and then the second was in New Orleans at the New Orleans Investment Conference not too long ago.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're diving into something that honestly hit me harder than I expected. Mike Maloney, the guy who literally educated millions of people about sound money through Hidden Secrets of Money, just announced he's stepping away from making videos to focus on battling prostate cancer. And this isn't just a casual goodbye. This is a legend in the gold and silver community basically passing the torch after years of warning us about exactly what we're seeing unfold right now in the markets. Make sure you stick around because the emotional weight of this conversation and what it means for the future of sound money education is something you need to hear. And hey, drop a comment below and let me know where you're watching from. I love seeing where this community stretches across the globe. All right, let's get into it.
Hello, Gold Silver family. What you're about to see is a conversation between me and Mike Maloney recorded several weeks ago. Some of you have noticed that Mike has not been appearing in quite as many videos on the channel recently, and that is because he is going to take some time away to focus on his health. So in this conversation, he has mentioned a 1-year timeline to step away full-time from making videos, but we are hoping that he can recover sooner and come back before 1 year, and he might even make videos part-time in the interim. So we'll see. In the meantime, I am honored, humbled, and excited to continue the mission on his behalf and for all of you. And if you don't know what that mission is, well, stay tuned because you're going to see it written out word for word. And you'll also see in this conversation the original email that I sent to Mike 7 years ago that launched our working relationship. So it was quite an emotional moment for both of us when I brought that up. So enjoy this conversation between me and Mike, and when you're finished watching, please go to the comment section and share how Mike and his work have impacted your life. I think Mike is going to read as many of these comments as he possibly can, and I know he would really appreciate your kind words. Thanks.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of the Gold Silver Show with Mike and Allan. The reason that this is a very special edition is this is actually my farewell video on goldsilver.com. I'm going to be taking a year off to focus on some other things that we will get into in a few moments, but I don't want to ramble on without saying hello to Allan. Allan, how are you doing?
Well, I'm pretty good, Mike, I guess. Hard to believe it's actually happening, so taking it all in, but aside from that, I'm doing well.
Okay. Well, there was a reason this had to happen before the end of the year. One of the things that people don't know is that in 2017, I was diagnosed with slow-growing prostate cancer. And I've been doing mostly natural things to try and heal it. And I am still going down that road, but I'm at the point where I have to make a decision to either get it cut out or beat it somehow. And so I'm currently undergoing a therapy under the direction of 2 doctors. So I've got 2 doctors, but I'm the one that designed the therapy. I supplied all the scientific papers. I supplied the medical papers showing the results from combinations such as menbendazole, fenbendazole, ivermectin, methylene blue, curcumin, being on a high level of ketosis along with these things has shown success in the past. And so I'm going to take a year off and focus on my health and my farm. So Allan, why don't you hit me with some of your questions and some comments?
Yeah, well, first of all, let me just speak for all of our viewers and fans and customers and say that we completely understand, and your health is number one. So by all means, take whatever time you need, whether it's a year or whatever, to get your health squared away. We're all rooting for you. And we all owe you a huge debt of gratitude for all the education over the years and all of the great features and, of course, the great business that you put together. So Thank you so much. I actually put together a handful of viewer comments and questions that I want to share with you in this farewell video. And sorry, I didn't have a chance to put together a parade for you or build you a statue or a monument, something, more deserving of your fantastic career.
Yeah.
So we'll have to settle for just a few screenshots.
Okay, I need to tell everybody in advance. We'll show you toward the end of the video, but you can still. I will still once in a while be making commentary, trying to help connect the dots for people. I've got an x.com channel. It's Mike_Maloney. So that's the x.com channel, Mike_Maloney.
Well, Mike, hopefully we can have you back on the channel from time to time and share some updates. So we're not sure how that's going to play out. Hopefully we can make that happen.
This is one of those moments in the gold and silver community that hits different. When Mike dropped the news about his prostate cancer diagnosis, my first thought was, this man has been fighting on two fronts. He's been battling a broken monetary system and a personal health crisis since 2017. Now, when he mentioned designing his own therapy protocol and bringing scientific papers to his doctors, that tells you everything about his approach to life. This is the same methodology he used to understand money. He didn't just accept what the establishment told him. He went straight to the source material, the data, the research papers. And honestly, that's what made Hidden Secrets of Money so powerful. It wasn't opinion, it was documented facts. The part about affecting generations positively, we're talking about real impact here. Millions of people have fundamentally changed how they understand monetary systems. That viewer who started teaching his 10-year-old son about economics on road trips, that kid is now graduating high school with a better understanding of money than most college economics professors. That is generational change. And here's what makes this farewell even more significant. Mike is stepping back right as we're entering what could be the most volatile monetary period in modern history. Gold has been making new all-time highs, central banks are hoarding physical metal at record levels, and the everything bubble Mike warned about for years is showing serious cracks. The timing is almost poetic.
On top and be able to, the desire developed over the coming years. When I was a teenager, like 17, 18, 19, I decided, well, there should be a steak on a campfire and a beer in my hand and a dog and a horse. And now I've got those. I've got a mountaintop, spectacular view. I haven't had a barbecue up there yet, but I will someday. So, yeah.
I love it. I love it. Good for you. Living the dream. Our next one, Martel. Mike has done a fantastic service for me. I owe this man a lot. I've been learning from him since February, March of 2020, when I stumbled across Hidden Secrets of Money. He helped me tremendously. I re-listen and learn more still. I really appreciate how he shares information in language that everyone understands. He makes things plain, and that allows me to actually use the information and change my whole life and the lives of all the people I share the information with, and the lives of those that they share with.
Excellent. Yeah. So it's a chain reaction. Making things simple is not as simple as it sounds. When we spent 4 years writing Great Gold and Silver Rush of the 21st Century, and you go over it and over it and over it, and you get too close to the information. When somebody else couldn't understand something that we were writing, that's when we had to get in and re-edit something and create analogies. And so that is one of the things, Robert Kiyosaki, he trained me for speaking on stage. And he said, never speak over somebody's head and always define all of the terms that you use, because once you speak over their head, you lose them for the entire presentation. And so that's where I learned that. And I've been trying my best to bring all of these complex economic processes down to simple analogies that anybody can identify with.
Yeah, well, I think you do a great job. Our next one here, David. I owe my entire precious metal portfolio to Mike Maloney. Thank you, Mike, for all you do.
You're welcome, David. I hope you continue, and I'm going to continue somehow. So I'll be making a lot of commentary on the economy, I believe. So, yeah.
Our next and last one from our viewers is long. I'm not going to read the entire thing. It's long. This comes from DIY Dave. Just going to read part of this here. Mike, you went up against those running the global debt Ponzi and were very public and visible the entire time. You were one of the people I studied back in 2008 once I realized something was just not right with the money system. You stand with the other greats in this. In fact, since all of us like to get a little credit now and then for a freaking lifetime of work, I asked ChatGPT to name names and provide rankings of importance and impact on society regarding sound money education, gold, and silver. You ranked very well. ChatGPT said this, regarding the societal impact via sound money education with a focus on gold and silver, with a combination of books and modern media, a fair ranking of sound money educators would look like this. Ron Paul, Murray Rothbard,
Wow.
Mike Maloney, G. Edward Griffin, Peter Schiff, Jim Rickards, and Lou Rockwell. I would add that you not only talk the talk, but walked the walk with GoldSilver.com. I have an InstaVault account where I was able to invest in physical silver bullion in bar form. This allowed me to move money out of dangerous banks, but still have the liquidity that my physical silver coins held in my hands do not have. I consider this diversification of the best kind. I'm not sure if that should change your place in the rankings of societal impact, but it should at least be acknowledged and applauded. I think your legacy is in very good shape.
The Robert Kiyosaki training about never speaking over people's heads. This is why Mike's content broke through when so many others failed. Most financial educators use jargon to sound smart and leave average people feeling confused. Mike did the opposite. He took the most complex monetary concepts and made them understandable to someone who never took an economics class. I've seen PhD economists who can't explain inflation without losing their audience in 30 seconds. But Mike could explain why central banks are trapped in a debt spiral using simple analogies anyone could grasp. That's a skill that took decades to develop. Now let's talk about the Silicon Valley bank situation because this perfectly illustrates Mike's commitment. March 2023, SVB collapses, triggering the fastest bank run in American history. And Mike is sitting in a chemotherapy clinic, probably feeling absolutely terrible, and his first thought is, I need to make a video explaining what this means for people's savings. That viewer comment about losing his wife but being financially secure because of Mike's education, man, that hits hard. We're talking about real families, real financial security, real lives changed. When Mike founded GoldSilver.com, he said the dealership was designed to fund the education, not the other way around. And Allan's email about appreciating Mike's ethical approach and desire to help people rather than exploit them in this industry, that's rare. Mike could have made way more money pushing scams, but he chose the harder path of actually educating people. That's integrity.
I just want to read the first paragraph. Hi, Mike. I've been a big fan of your work for a couple years now, and I appreciate how you use data and logic to make your investment decisions. Most of all, I appreciate your ethical approach to your work and your desire to help people, not exploit them. I'm messaging you today to offer my services pro bono to help with your back-end analysis and prep work for your presentations and your books. So you were kind enough to bring me on board and pay me, which was wonderful. And I know we've only been working on YouTube together about 2 years, but our working relationship goes back almost 7 years because we worked on the book for so long together. So it's been an unbelievable honor and a privilege to work with you. It's really sad. It's really sad that it's coming to an
end. Well, thank you. You're having an effect on me as well. Thank you. And I feel like I'm leaving the audience here in some very capable hands with you. We've been working together long enough, and you've developed your own analysis and way of looking at things that is just excellent and right down the exact same path that we created here with this channel and with GoldSilver.com. So thank you so much for this. Can you send me a copy of this letter in Slack? I'm not sure if I'm sure I have it in my files somewhere.
Yeah.
Give it a more easily findable title. I'm going to reread the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Thank you for the years of this relationship. It has been quite phenomenal the whole time, and I would have done the book anyway, but the book is far better and probably happened twice as fast with your assistance. So yeah, this has been great. And like I said, Allan's going to take over now. This channel doesn't stop. You still get some great information on what's happening with the economy and precious metals. Okay.
Well,
so
thank you. Thank you, Mike. And that leads me to the next thing, which is the mission, the thing that I resonate with so strongly and that I will continue to carry on. This is the mission you came up with many years ago to enlighten the world that maximum prosperity can only be achieved through individual freedom, free markets, and sound money. And I couldn't change a word of this to make it better. It's absolutely perfect. And this is my mission as well. So
thank you. You know, we used to have imagery on the back of the gold silver rounds that we produced. We produced this series called The Modern Ancients, and I think they are absolutely the most beautiful coins ever struck. I call them coins. You're supposed to call them rounds unless they're issued by a government. That's just another stupid government rule. On the back of the coins are images that represent this. It was sort of like an Easter egg that we left. There's also an Easter egg on there going all the way back to 2013 about the book that I have yet to release. That book should be out sometime soon, but it deals with all of the, it's not a book about gold and silver. My last two books, Guide to Investing in Gold and Silver and The Great Gold and Silver Rush. This one is purely about trying to achieve maximum prosperity for all of humanity. That is my new mission, to achieve maximum prosperity for all of mankind.
I love it. I love it. Can't wait. I do have a picture of us that I want to share. So we've been working together almost 7 years, but we've only met in person 2 times. The first was on your farm in Puerto Rico, and then the second was in New Orleans at the New Orleans Investment Conference not too long ago. So this here is a picture of the first time we met.
When Allan read that mission statement to enlighten the world that maximum prosperity can only be achieved through individual freedom, free markets, and sound money, I had to pause for a second, because this mission is more relevant now than when Mike first created it. Look at where we are in January 2025. Central banks globally are stuck in the exact trap Mike predicted. They can't raise rates without breaking the system, and they can't keep rates low without destroying currencies. The mission isn't about getting rich from gold and silver. It's about understanding that sound money is the foundation of prosperity. Every time they print money, they're stealing purchasing power from savers and transferring wealth to those closest to the money printer. Mike understood this wasn't just an investment thesis. It's a moral issue about freedom and prosperity. And now he's shifting focus to achieving maximum prosperity through sustainable farming. Mike's approach with Freedom Farms, using regenerative permaculture to compete with industrial monoculture, that's applying free market principles to solve real problems. The fact that he's been doing this work since 2008, through personal health battles, through chemotherapy, while recording audiobooks, that level of commitment is almost unheard of. Millions of people now understand monetary debasement. Thousands have protected their wealth with physical precious metals. As Mike steps away to focus on his health, the mission continues. That's Mike's legacy, the millions of people who now see through the monetary illusion and can protect themselves and future generations.
So what do you guys think of this? Leave your thoughts down in the comments. Please like and subscribe,
and I will see you in the next video.